what I've been hearing through this whole meeting today and heard before, that you as the Commissioner for Department of Housing and Protective Services have said through the Stevens report and everything else we're hearing that there are a couple of issues as it relates to your workforce. Number one, we have a high turnover rate. As an example, I believe that in last year's budget, 57% of the county CPS investigators in Dallas County alone retired or left the service. In Tarrant County, the turnover rate was 39%, Travis 35%, Bear 31%, and Harris 30%. And most of the people leaving basically said that they're leaving because of the pressure on the job and the compensation.
That's correct.
Would you agree with me?
I agree with you.
Okay. Now, we know that there's currently about 389 caseworker jobs that are not filled in your agency, correct?
No, not now. We're a little bit better than that right now.
But there are several, you're a little bit better. How much better?
Tim has
So if I may, Tim, our September preliminary numbers, and we haven't released our monthly financial report, but I'm going to talk to you just specifically for CPS. In that arena, we have 5,824.5 caseworker positions. 5,613.3 are filled. That is a point in time. I want to make that note. So there's about 211 vacant caseworkers.
Okay, and you're asking for an additional 550 caseworkers
yes.
immediately. And the turnover, if you can, do you have the metrics that you can tell us how long does the average caseworker stay with CPS?
I want to say I've heard 2 to 3 years, but they leave after 2.
Senator, depending on the stage, it's averaging a little over 3 years, but that's caseworker 1 through 4.
Okay. Now, would it be a fair statement to say that once those persons leave the employment of the state, then they go to other probably jobs that use the same talents? As an example, Texas pays about, schools and hospitals pay about $52,000 for clinical social workers. Are you aware of that?
Yes, Senator.
Yes, we're aware of that.
And are you aware that some are making up to $68,000?
Yes, that's correct.
And we're losing those caseworkers that we train here at the state to those better paying jobs. Is that correct?
That is our experience.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you this question, Commissioner. Is there an emergency in your agency surrounding compensating caseworkers?
I'm going to say yes.
Does the state need to do something about that today?
I would say yes.
Then why haven't you asked us to do anything about it?
That's why I put it in the stakeholder for the upcoming legislation.
I'm not talking about down the road.
Okay.
I'm talking about now.
I can do that now.
Well, are you telling the chair of this committee and the members of this committee that it's an emergency, that we appropriate funds in order to provide ample compensation for caseworkers at your agency?
Yes.